Today I'm working on this painting I started many moons ago. And she is lovely, just lovely. So I wanted to kind of clean her up a little bit and add a little bit of funness to her. Well, she's already pretty colorful, but I'm working on getting the details going. So that's what I'm working on now. It's just details. Whoop. Hello. So I've been using regular paints, and I've been using like the Sharpie acrylic paint markers as well, because these are really great. They are acrylic paint and they have a nice tip, and it's really handy to have those there. So, and I also have a variety of other pens, and this is a what do you call it? Brush, micron brush with several other types of brushes. Now this is my first choice here tonight is going to be our acrylic Sharpie in black. It's got a nice tip on it, and I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. And then when I need to get into more details, carefully place that there. Oh, not this one. I have some other micron pens in my travel kit here that I take with me when I go, I don't know, go to the beach, or if I go somewhere, I'll take this little watercolor kit with me. And it's got watercolors in it, and it's got a watercolor brush, which is just water inside this little tube with a brush tip. So I can bring my watercolors to life when I'm done painting. Well, drawing with my watercolor pencils, let's say that much. So I've been using the number 2 micron pen a lot today, but we'll see how it works tonight on this little drawing that I've been working on. And I want to be able to have a nice, cute little, well, I'm not even going to say cute, I'm just going to say sophisticated looking type of drawing. And I kind of want to bring her eyes out a little bit more. And I have like a teal colored, 2 different teal colored acrylic pen markers. This is a nice bright one. So let's get the camera down here a little bit. Bring it a little closer. There we go. And we'll start with a little bit of color here. Now, another thing too you can do, because these are acrylic, is you can use them with your paint. We'll keep these over on this side with a paintbrush, which I happen to have dozens and dozens of paintbrushes here. And the one I like, let's see if I can find it. I stuck it in the middle somewhere. Maybe it was this one. I'm kind of hoping it could have been this one though. I have 2, they're very similar, and one works better than the other one. So I'm going to choose from these 2. And let's get my little palette out. There's some palette paper. Where did I put my palette paper? I swear I can lose something just sitting down and it just disappears. So I know I have it someplace. Just looking around. I don't know about any of you, but I always seem to be able to lose something just sitting here, not even going anywhere, and it just disappears. It's like your things are playing hide and seek, you know? Well, I guess I'll just have to get a new one. Well, I have this on hand. It's got watercolor in it, but it'll work because you can mix your watercolors with your paints. And I'm going to put in a little bit of white paint because I want to blend that eye out a little bit. Yeah, that's got a lot of dry paint on there. There we go. That's plenty. We don't need much paint. And I've got my little water dish over here, so I'm just seeing this doesn't give me enough tip, so that is the wrong brush. And this one has a nice point on it, so this is the right brush. And then, as always, I like to spritz my paints with water to keep them fresh. And here is a spritzer, a little thing I got from somewhere. It's really handy. It's probably meant for hairspray, but I use it for water for my paints. And we're going to dip a little bit of this. We want to get a lot of water on this paint because I just want to pull some of that teal from her eye out, but I don't want to cover it. And I'm soaking off the excess paint on a towel. And now I'm going to pull this a little closer to me so I can see it better. And add some white. And I think that teal already dried. So I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it nice and wet. I want to pull that color together and have it blend just a little bit. I'm kind of smushing this around. I'll bring this a little closer. So I'm smushing the colors around a little bit here. Some of the teal into the white because I don't really want a line in her eye, but I definitely want like it's glowing. Now I'm using the water to get off the extra paint from my brush. So now I'm just working with what's on here because I don't need to keep adding paint. Just going to be moving it around. There. I think that looks like she has kind of a nice glow there. Let's pick it up a little bit. She could use a little bit more. I want to have a nice good glow on her. So I'm also got a really beautiful iridescent acrylic paint, and I'm not sure how green this is. Let's see what color. Oh, perfect color. Yay. So now we're going to mix this together. I'm just going to take a teeny bit out of the lid because it's iridescent, and add that to her eye. Oh, that is nice. And I can see the sparkle on there already. I don't know if you can, but I can. And it looks awesome. And I have two whites, and this one is purple flash iridescent. So I'm also going to use my cleaned off brush in the cap just to grab a teeny bit out. I shook this up a little bit so I have some fresh paint just on the tip there. Pull it up a little bit more and scoosh that around. Scooshing is my new professional art term. Because I like to be professional. And I say that kind of sarcastically because I'm like, I can be like super professional, but I also like to be just, you know, whatever. Today somebody asked me where I learned to draw. I'm like, you're looking at her. I am a self-drawing person. Okay. So now we're going to take some time to define some of the colors, some of the black lines in between. I'm going to keep my brush out so I remember which one it was I actually used. And now I can use this brush too. This is a nice Prismacolor brush. I can give this one a try actually. Let's see if I can get a nice fine line with this. And we'll start with, let me bring this right over here. See if you can see that okay. Trying to get this camera over here. Okay, so now we're going to outline some of the colors that we've already done because it's easy for them to get lost. So this is a really nice way to relax and unwind. It's almost to me like doing oh, what do you call those circle things? Is it a medulla? No, that's your brain. Mandala? Oh, why can't I think of it? But anyway. Oh, there's circles with patterns in them, and I can't think. I think it's oh, wow. I am like completely drawing a blank on that. This pen is perfect for outlining. It's a Prismacolor, and it has a B on it for, I don't know if you can see that, for brush. It's probably backwards anyway. So we're going to get some nice outlining going on here. I'm going to just bring this over here. Number one, this gets it out of my face. And number two, I think it gives you a better little view of what I'm doing down here. I'm just going around in black. Getting these nice little curves and some details. I like to put details in. Well, this one has a lot of details. I just one day was just drawing and it came out this way. And I just really thought it was pretty. And so I've been working on it for a while, you know, off and on. And I showed this particular painting to someone when I was out and about, and they're like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So I'm like very encouraged to continue working on it. Because I think it's cool, but you never know, like everyone has their own ideas of what art is and what they like or don't like. And pretty much I get a good response most of the time with all my art. I very rarely get a, what the heck is that? If ever, which I really don't. I'm not sure what happened to my flower down here. Something happened, but there's like another flower right there. And I'm sure I had in my mind when I was doing it exactly what it was that I had in mind. So that's the one thing when you start a painting, if you wait too many months, you forget sometimes, like, what exactly was it I was working on? But this is an excellent pen for the details, and I'm very happy with it. So I'll just kind of go around the colors. And I think that's turning out really nice. I like it. Oh, Horizon Black, hi. If I wait 20 minutes, I forget what I was working on. Hey, welcome. I haven't seen you forever. Yeah, so 20 minutes, yes. You understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's so easy to, and let alone waiting a couple of months. It's like it just sits there and I'm staring at it and it's like, oh, I really want to finish it, but I have this project and I have this thing I'm working on or that thing I'm working on. Plus, I have some digital art I was working on, but I lost my pen to my iPad pen. So now I'm like kind of lost about like you can't really do digital art with your finger. It doesn't work so well. I think I think that if you've ever tried to do that, you know that it is not a good idea. Horizon Black. I just finished a book cover that I actually like. Oh, good for you. You rarely like your own work. Yeah, it's easy to pick it apart when it's your own because you see like the mistakes because you have this really awesome view in your head about what it is or how it should turn out, what it should look like. And in your mind, you see this fantastic picture. And then when you're looking at real life, you see like, oh, that doesn't look anything about what was in my mind. I mean, it resembles it, but it's not exactly. So, uh, so then you think that you didn't do a good job, but really you did an amazing job. Just because it doesn't look like you expected exactly doesn't mean that it's not incredibly awesome. We just have to not criticize ourselves so much. And I will be turning this here and there to get good angles for these details. Horizon, yep, you got it. So I have my Sharpies. I've been using these Sharpie acrylic pens for painting some of the details because they have these nice points on them. And they don't really have a lot of colors out yet, but I think hopefully the Sharpie will make more because they are the best acrylic markers I have used so far. They just don't have a lot of colors available. Well, Horizon, how have you been up there in Maine? Is it getting warmer up there? It's been so long since I've talked to you. It's got to be getting warmer, hopefully. I mean, it's like going to be July here soon. And just ring around these curves nice and easy. There's a lot of curves and fine lines in this drawing, so it's, I do mess up sometimes, but I just make it look different than what I planned on. but it still looks good, so I don't beat myself up too much. I still do a little bit, but not too much. It's warmer but not hot. Okay. Not hot is good. It's been like today, I think it was 103 feels like temperature. It was really hot and humid. It was mostly humid throughout the day, and it rained in some places and not in others. Okay, so I'm going to turn this a little bit because I want to get different angles down here on these curvy lines. And this is such a detailed drawing. And sometimes I can't see where my pen is. I'm going to turn it one more time because I can see I didn't get quite the right curve right here, so I want to do that. And I think her eye is dry now. I think her eye came out pretty good. It's got that iridescent paint glow to it. And I'll add a highlight later. But this is kind of like my art therapy right here. Yeah, this is my art therapy for when I am needing to not think about my next project, or I'm rolling up this washcloth to make it angled up toward me a little bit more. Also, you can see it better, hopefully. There we go. But yeah, I like it to be angled toward me, and I can't afford like this whole drafting table. Plus, I already have a table, and I don't want to get more tables. So I'm trying to be creative, and I want it to tip up toward me, so I just rolled up a washcloth, or actually an old towel, to get it where I wanted it to be. And that works okay. It's a sufficient solution for the moment. So Horizon. Oh, you've been really busy in RPG? Oh my goodness. What is that? 103? 103. Oh yeah, here. Shit. Yeah, that's with humidity. It says it's 91 or 90 whatever, but it always has a feels like of 100 and something. So I'm kind of used to it. I just sweat a lot because it's so humid. But luckily, I get to have a nice break. I get to go up to Pennsylvania for about 3 weeks here and cool off. And they're 80 to 90 degree heat, which is way probably cooler, I'm guessing, than Florida. Florida heat is definitely one of the hottest heats. Hottest heats? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and speaking of a love-hate art relationship, I understand that. It's not relaxing for you, Horizon Black? I would think that. Yeah, sometimes it's not for me either, which is why I'm choosing tonight to have therapeutic, just tracing the lines that needs to be done. And I don't really have to think about it too much. I just have to, I don't have to do anything. I'm just tracing. So that's part of finishing this painting. But since I already did all the thinking work on it, I don't have to do that tonight. Oh, it's so good to have you back, Horizon. Yay. So what's this book you said? A book cover. Was it for a client? That's pretty exciting. All right, I've got little circles here, just tiny ones. This is still kind of a thick tip if you press too hard on it. So I have to have a very light touch for a finer line. It's relaxing watching you paint though. Oh, thank you, Horizon. That's so nice of you. Oh, so you've made one for a client and for your RPG. Very nice. Good for you. You're so creative. I don't know. Are you still posting on YouTube? I think I checked your YouTube channel, but I don't remember if I saw anything new. Because my memory's like amazing. She says sarcastically. Yeah, right. And here's a line right here. And then I'll probably go around this whole thing with gold. I have this awesome gold pen. Let's see, this, is it this one? This is an oil gold metallic. This thing works very well. And so when I go around the outline, it should clean that line up really nice for us. But she's already looking so much better right now. Just getting these little details cleaned up is really making a difference. So I'm very happy about that. Nothing like details. And little drops of pink. I have been doing murals, Horizon, and so the murals can be very relaxing for me to do because I have such, for this particular ones I'm doing, I have free range and I've been able to paint whatever I want, you know, as long as it looks good with the theme I'm working on. And sometimes I get really involved, like painting fish, like tropical fish with all the different colors, or Florida lobster. That's been like, it was a challenge, so it kept me interested, and it was more interesting than, you know, trying to make, I don't know, it was just fun, I guess, and I got to play with color and paint on walls, so I loved it. Oh, well, Horizon, you should post. Yeah, post something. And you think everything is better with black around it? Waggles eyebrows. Oh, you can see my mural work. I've been posting on YouTube. Um, I'm trying to make the video short and because for people's attention spans. So I have some shorts on there, but I also have videos of the murals I've been doing. So you can take a peek at those on my YouTube channel in the shorts and in the video section. And I try to post in the community. I don't every day. I know that there are some people who do every day, but I don't think anybody watches my channel every single day. Maybe they do. Maybe I should try posting every single day and see what happens. I'll probably get one response anyway. So these little things down here are actually her earrings. And yeah, it's definitely looking better with the black outline. It really makes the colors pop out, I think. So, oh, thanks, Horizon. Okay, I've been working on this awesome aquarium. It's a pony wall, which means it's a half wall in a restaurant, and it was just a boring little wall. But everyone walks past it to go to the bathroom or to the kitchen or to the back of the restaurant. So it's actually very visible. So I decided that an aquarium painted all along the wall would look amazing. And so the owner thought that was a great idea. And luckily I get to do that. And it's been really fun. I painted some coral, different types of fish, lobster, a moray eel hiding in the rocks, just peeking out. That was kind of a tough one, the moray eel, to get it to look like an eel, but it actually did the eel. Oh, hey, Rich. Hi. How are you? Oh, you like my rays? Thanks, Horizon. Yeah, those were really fun. They're like cute little puppies. Hey, Rich. We're just talking about my murals, Horizon Black and I. I'm glad to see you on here tonight. Yeah, but the stingrays, oh, what are they called? They're like spotted leopard rays or something like that. And they're so cute. They look like little puppies. I think like little ocean puppies, flying ocean puppies. Yeah, all right, check this out. We are getting some nice lines in here. All right, let's turn it this way for a little bit. And I need a drink of water. Super thirsty tonight. So how are you doing tonight, Rich? Oh, I just drank that whole thing. Oh, I'm trying to get comfy. I'm knocking my light around. Oh, where was I? Okay, I think I need some more black over here. Let's bring this camera down a little bit. See if you can see that better. And this is going to bring that yellow out as well. And I think for this one, I used purple to outline originally, but then I have just since decided that black is going to be, ooh, this was not dry yet. Black is going to be my reoccurring outline in this particular painting. I think it just makes the colors pop and it just makes it look more like pow. I think that's the word I'm looking for, pow. So, Rich, it was your day off and it rained half the day. Oh my gosh, could I have some of that rain? It's been so dry here in Florida. We have like fires everywhere and there's no, like all the little ponds where the alligators live, there's like hardly any water. So it's like those poor little gators. I don't know what they're doing, if they're moving into people's backyard swimming pools or what they're doing, or just trying to deal with it. But those gators, oof, they need a home. Yeah, I thought this was dry, but it's not dry. I may have to go over that with some color, but you can't really tell. I think the yellow makes it pop more. So, Horizon, you love gators? Really? Why do you love gators? Oh, excuse me. That's funny. I mean, they're pretty interesting creatures, aren't they? So I just had to run get a hair clip because my hair is falling in my face. And oh yes, right down here we have a few little detailed spots, but this is kind of a fat pen. I want to see if I can find a little tinier pen. I've been using my micron pens as well. This is a fine liner pen, but it's a pretty fine. Sometimes I can't remember which one is which. Like, here's an 8. And that one's kind of a thicker one. This is an extra small. That one might work. It's very, very detailed. Let's see how that works. It's okay, except I have to go over it a few times. And I only want to go over it once. Let's see if I have just a small. This one is another brush. And that one is a very fat tip, so we're not going to use that one either. So I have my micron pens. I've been using my number 2 a lot. So I'm going to try that one right now. Yeah, it doesn't work. It works better on paper. And you can use a brush to get fine details, but I find that, okay, where'd my extra small go? I find that when I use a brush sometimes that, if I sneeze or something, sometimes the brush goes somewhere I don't want it to. I'm so ADD. Okay, I just had one that was working really well. Okay, the ones I'm not using, I'm putting up here, which this one was. I think it's the same thing here. Fine tip. I'll just stick with this one. It's working all right. Just have to use it very lightly. You can see these tiny little lines. This one I'm making a little bit fatter and rounder. And then bringing these up and around. Very light touch for the tips of these pens. So, Horizon, they're cute and cuddly. Maybe if they're stuffed toy ones, yeah. I wouldn't want to cuddle a real gator though. Rich. Oh, you took an airboat ride back in the 70s? Oh yeah, and there's a lot of gators when you go on those airboat rides. They're everywhere. Horizon, you've only seen them in the zoos. Yeah. I actually see them in real life. Not all the time. They don't really like being around people that much. But like, for instance, I went on a bike. There was a bicycling event. And, there's like hundreds of people bicycling for whatever it was. And we were following this 10, 20, or 30-mile route you could pick. And whichever route it was I went on, we went by a great big swampy lake. And there was a great big swampy gator sunning himself right on the edge of the lake, between the lake and the road where we were riding our bikes. Like, he was huge. He could have like jumped out at us. And He could have just jumped right. Whoops. There goes my camera again. Yeah, he could have just jumped right out at us and, because gators can go really fast if they want to. He was just being lazy though and sleeping, but I got pretty close to him. He is probably a good 12 to 14 feet long. Huge, huge gator just sitting there watching us biking, the bikers go around him. And that happened to be where our rest area was to, rehydrate and everything. So I don't remember if I got a picture of him or not, but it was pretty cool seeing him there. I've had friends that live in developments that have ponds, and every pond in Florida has a gator in it, right, Rich? Fort Worth has an albino gator. That's got to be interesting. I've never seen that. All right, let's get a little bit of a line between this pink and red and purple. I think she's really starting to come alive. I worked on her before on another live stream I did, but with intentions of finishing her, but I just have not been able to finish her. And I think what I want to do right now, I'm going to take a break from doing this black outline because I've got some paint out already. So what I want to do is give her some metallic pink lips. And I've got two different kinds, pink flash and lavender flash. Let's see, I'm gonna shake it up. Have I even opened this yet? Oh, I have. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit from the cap because I don't want a lot. And thin it out a little bit. And just add a teeny bit of white to it, I think. And this is an iridescent color. Ooh, there's a lot of water in there, more than I thought. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit more pink. And why is this water staying way up at the top? It should be going downhill. Okay. And I'm just robbing some pink out of this lid here. Okay, so now we have this nice iridescent pink. Let's put it on her lips, make them shiny. Just like that. And a little on her top lip, or top of her bottom lip, I should say. And that should give her a nice shiny lip gloss look, I think. That's pretty. Just gonna add a little bit more. I like the shininess. I like iridescent things that glow. Might add a little bit to this and see what happens. We could have some of her bouffant glowing as well. That would look fun. Might go over that later with all iridescent. That'd be fun. Rich, what'd you say? Oh, Horizon. Yeah, gators can form attachments to people. That is true. I think mutual respect in wildlife is is good, you know. If the gator's like a baby and you raise it from a baby, but I still would never trust a gator or any kind of wild animal. But I have it's like seen people like, you know, this one guy in particular, he has a leash for his gator and he takes him for walks. He's had it since the gator was injured, I think, by a car or something, and the guy rescued him. And they were best buds ever since. He keeps him in his house, takes him for walks, takes him to the store, whatever. And people in his neighborhood are used to him. Now, I only saw this on TV, not in real life. But normally, I would not categorize a gator as cuddly. One of these days, you'll have to come down to the Everglades horizon and check out an airboat ride like Rich did. I've also done that, and it's really, really cool. Right, Rich? um, what'd you say, Horizon? You will chase people too? You're funny. Oh, that's awesome. I love when people can make me laugh. I seriously think, and honestly, it is the best medicine. Now, I've been using black, but my yellow line here has gotten so thin. Let me pull my camera over just a little bit. This little yellow line is so thin. It's bothering me a little bit, so I'm just gonna do some touch-ups to my yellows. And I don't know, I'm hoping the black is dry. I can see it's still got some shine on it, so I'm gonna have to be really careful. And right in here, I know that it may not be dry, but there. I just wanted a little bit more yellow here and there. And I wonder if I blow on it, if that would work. Let's add a little more color here. I do have a friend, well, she's not like a close friend, but an acquaintance. And she actually, like, if she is hungry and feels like having gator for dinner, she will go out. She lives like in the middle of Florida, and she'll go out with her friends or cousins or something and like wrestle herself up an alligator to make for dinner. She is not afraid of gators, but she eats them. So I'm not sure if that counts. And also, if you've never cooked gator or had gator bites, not saying, you know, everybody tries something in their life, but you do have to soak the meat in buttermilk to get it to be, because it's kind of gamey, so it takes away some of that gaminess. What was 50 years ago, Rich? Let's see. I was just going to go get something, and now I can't remember what it was. What was I doing? Highlighting in yellow. Oh, I don't remember. But I do like this iridescent popped out that color there on that one piece, that one pink part where I put the iridescent paint right there. You can really see where that color is popping out. And I want to add a little bit more to her eyebrows. And I think I was I using a micron pen, maybe? I don't think it was a micron. Maybe it was this one for her eyebrows. Oh, I think it was that one. I'm going to bring this real close in. because I'm going to make her eyebrows a little darker. And one of my favorite things to do is actually eyebrows. Please be dry over here. I'm going to have to reach over. Okay, and what I do is I just take my pen and, oh, that's not doing it. Okay, things that don't work I put on the left, things that do work I'm putting on the right. And I swear I was using my number 2 micron pen for her eyebrows earlier today. Let's see if that works. Maybe I didn't put the lid on and it dried out or something. These micron pens dry out so freaking fast, it's annoying. There's the 1 and the 2, 5. I think my 5 is dry, but I'm not sure. Yep. That's that one. Well, my extra small is not dry, so let's try this with her eyebrow. I really need to get better. I just have my washcloth I'm using to hold this in place so I can get a good angle on it. Yeah, this works good. And I just do little lines like this to make up her eyebrow. And I wanted it to be a little darker than it is. And eyebrows kind of go all over the place, so I have a few that are kind of like crazy eyebrows. And that looks better. I like that look. Oh, so Horizon, you have had a gator tail at a fake Cajun restaurant? Fake Cajun? Well, that's interesting. How do you have fake Cajun? All right, let's do a little bit up here in the top. We're going to do some with my really fine liner pen. This is my Faber-Castell artist pen, extra small. And this gives me the ability to do very fine lines. On the acrylic paint. This painting has been done on wood, by the way, so it was not a canvas painting. I forgot where I got the wood, in some weird place, but I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect. It might have been part of a dresser or something, because it has like holes here and here, and a couple at the bottom as well. Down here, you can see there's some holes where it was screwed together. I think it was the front of a dresser drawer or the side maybe. And it was out on the side of the road and it was like really good wood. And I thought this would be fun to paint on. So this is the back side. It's just some kind of wood. But it's been working pretty well actually. It's made a very good canvas for me. But Horizon, if you look at my my YouTube, I think I put it on YouTube. I know I put one on TikTok, but I think it's on YouTube as well. I have a picture of myself holding a gator from when I went to the airboat place. Oh, like Olive Garden is Italian. Gotcha. I understand. Yeah, Olive Garden. I actually didn't really know like true authentic foods until I moved to New York. Like in Seattle, they have amazing chefs and 4 or 5 star chefs and restaurants. They are just spectacular there. Spectacular food. It spoils you for, like, when I moved to Florida, oh, the food here is not what I expected it would be, at all. But the first time I had truly authentic food was in New York because everyone is from the actual place where it's, like the Italian mafia was there. And they had like amazing, amazing food. And you paint on cars? Oh, that's really interesting. I've been thinking about doing that, Horizon. They chase you off with clubs. Whose cars are you painting? Alina Bravo, welcome. Alina Bravo, 6902. How are you doing tonight? So Horizon, I could use a new paint job on my car if you want to paint it. It's a black Honda, and I was thinking about, painting something cool on it to advertise that I am an artist with my car. But then I thought about it and it's like, maybe I better not because sometimes I don't drive that good and I don't want anyone to know to recognize my car that easy. I'd rather blend in so they can't chase me around if I screw up driving. So I don't know. I haven't done anything to my car. Plus, I think I want a new car. But you need to know, like, what type of paint do you use on metal? That's my question. What type of paint do you use on metal? Okay. I've got a lot of my fine lines done, so I'm going to switch back to my other pen now. My Prismacolor one, the bigger one. And we'll go back to a little bit bigger of bigger lines here. Horizon. I used Rust-Oleum. Oh, that's good. Actually, guess what I'm painting? I was going to do it tonight, but then I changed my mind. I have this Route 66 sign. I used Rust-Oleum. I cleaned it off first, and then I used Rust-Oleum, and some gesso and some white acrylic paint because I'm doing this sign for a friend. It's actual metal sign on an original one of an authentic. It was done like 2013. That's what it says on the copyright down here at the bottom. I could see that. And so I'm painting this for commission for somebody, and this is the first metal piece I've painted. So yeah, thanks. So this particular one had a flag here with stars, and then it had red and white flag stripes coming through, but it's a little more complicated. So he said I could do whatever I wanted. So I'm going to make it like, I Googled Route 66 signs. And so I'm going to make it more of a little simpler design because that was probably the most complicated one for that sign. And there's some really nice red, white, and blue ones. So I picked one of those to do. So I'll probably make a video of me painting that. I decided that would be more fun because I really want to focus on it, and tonight I just didn't want to think. And when I do that sign, I'm going to have to think. Yeah, it's too late at night for me to think. How about you, Horizon? What kind of car? Did you paint your own car? And do you spray paints or a brush? when you're not running around chasing people with a bat. Of course, Rich is used to that. He works in customer service. I've worked in customer service most of my life. I had a great hair tanning salon and spa for like 10 years in the Seattle area. It was the most fun I ever had. I love that place. I met a lot of really interesting people. I had some great clients. It was so fun. And being that it's in Seattle and there's not a lot of sun, everyone would go tanning. I think the spring was the most popular tanning time because when they went on vacations, they had to get some kind of base tan so they wouldn't burn the crap out of themselves when they got there. So that was a very lucrative business for me. I really loved it, and it was really fun. I got to gossip all day and play with hair. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Hunter, hey, yo, what's up? How you doing tonight? Horizon. I'm just going to read that to myself. Oh, okay, Horizon. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that idea. Hunter, you can't hear me because you're driving a backhoe from Florida. Did you mean back home from Florida? And if you can't hear me, well, hi. If you can't hear me, that's weird. Thanks for commenting, even though you can't hear me. I guess we're just watching. I think maybe if I whisper, I won't lose my voice. Maybe I'm talking too loud. So I'm going to whisper quiet. It's quiet time. My son found a new game to play. He's been streaming some weird new game. So I haven't seen him on my live streams lately. Plus, I forgot to stream. But I'm going to be going to Pennsylvania again here next week. It's going to be awesome because they have warm weather up there, but not like, it's not humid like Florida. Nothing's like Florida. Driving a backhoe from Florida would take a while. I know, right? I mean, where's he heading to? And where's back home? Or if it was back home, I don't know. I'm kind of like at a loss for that one. All right, let's do some outlining of these yellow little leaves thingies. Yeah, I'd have to say I have driven a, well, I haven't driven it, but I was able to manipulate the scoop thingies on the backhoe and move it up and down. It was really fun, actually. I don't know if I want to move it, but it was fun kind of playing around with it, though. But I wouldn't drive one from Florida somewhere. They're not that fun. All right, good night, Horizon. Thank you for driving. Thank you for stopping in tonight. really appreciate you and your awesome conversation. So we'll miss you. We'll see you next time, okay? I'm about ready to end this myself. It must be after 10. Oh, you drove a Moffett forklift. Oh, fun. Boy, you're a Jill of all trades, I guess, as they say. You've done a lot of fun things. That is super interesting. There we go. All right. Well, have a good night. I think I'll do a couple more little lines here, and then I'm going to go to bed too. I've got to finish my murals. I'm going to paint above the bar at the restaurant. Probably, I'm thinking Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning before they open. And I only have a couple of pictures to paint up there. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. It's definitely popping more with the black outline. And I like that. It gives it quite a bit more oomph. I actually had a dream where alligators were chasing me. I just remembered that. I had to cross a lake in this little boat, and the gators were waiting. There was like 100 gators in this swampy lake. Oh my gosh, I just remembered that dream. Yeah, it was a really scary dream. They never got me, but they got close. I think I was trying to meet somebody out in the lake or save someone who was out there who didn't have a boat. Dreams are weird. I think they're weird anyway. And then you always think, I wonder what that dream means, or did it mean anything? And sometimes dreams come true, whether we want them to or not. I always get like these deja vu things that happen, like something happens and then I remember, oh my gosh, I had dreamed this, like at some point in my life, years ago, long before this ever happened. And I've had things, I think I dreamed my whole life, actually. I've had so many things that I've dreamed that actually happened in real life later, including one recently, but I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen. All right. So I think we got some good detail in tonight on this. Rich, you've operated a Moffat also. Oh, is that what kind? Do they have those at Home Depot? Not Home Depot. Lowe's. Oh shoot! I forgot. My phone needs to be charged. I only have 10% left. Okay, guys. This is it for tonight. So here you have Rachel's creation right here. Just I keep seeing more stuff. Like I really want this over here now. I didn't do this side. I'll come back and I'll have to do this side, but I'll have to do upside down. But okay, so this is it tonight. We'll see you next time when I stream. Thank you for joining me, checking out my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And also check out my videos and shorts of the murals I've been working on at Paradise Grill. They're super fun, and I can't wait until they're all completed. So this has been a really fun one to work on tonight, and I'm just going to brighten it up, I think, with some iridescent colors all around it, because I kind of like the way the lips are popping. I don't know if you can see the glow on it or not, but I can see the shine, and it's really pretty. So I might be adding iridescent colors to this once I get all the outline done and everything. All right, well, have a great night, guys. We'll see you next time on Rachel Hogan's Art.